So it's eventually came a Dubai chocolate. I'll show you in a second. Once I sort this, where's my mouse? Once I sort this. So I got look at my hair. I got an Iceland delivery today. Not the country, the frozen food store. I should have actually put that in the title, but hey ho. I've told you now. Yeah, there we are. I found us. I'm starting to get sick of the blue hair, to tell you the truth. I'm starting to get sick of the blue hair. Tell you. Volume, Linda. Volume. There we go. There we are. I'm getting sick of it. I'm thinking I might go back to pink soon. Once it's kind of washed out, I think I'm going to go back to pink. Anyway, let me put in the description bar a link to the channel if you desire to become a member of the channel. Paste. There we go, and I'll pin it to the top. Pin. Pin message. Here we are. And then make sure it's on live chat. It's on live chat. Very good. Aaliyah, hello. Do you think I should do both? Have blue and pink hair? I don't know what to do. I just know I'm kind of over the blue already. Whereas the pink, I was quite happy with the pink. I felt special with the pink. I'm not feeling as special with the blue. So I'm thinking that I might be going back to the pink soon. Yeah. Right, well, I'll show you first of all, I'll show you the beverage that I'm having. It's delicious. It's Starbucks Frappuccino. Good afternoon, Naima. I'm sorry if I know I'm pronouncing your name wrong. And I've probably asked before how to pronounce it, and I'm really sorry. I'm terrible with reading and stuff like that. Oh, you like both on me? Wyoming. I'm thinking the pink as well. So this is my drink. So I've got it in ice. Look at this. Ooh, let me have a drink it. That is wonderful. Neve, you have told me that it's Neve. Laurel, good afternoon. I nearly said morning. Harley, good afternoon to you. It's really lovely. So I've been waiting in this. Here it is. It's not really big. Milk chocolate with pistachio and Cadiff. Whatever that is. There it is there. As I said, it's from Iceland. The food store. Ah, penguin. That's lovely. So let's open this bad boy. Do you know, I've been really wanting to know what this chocolate tastes like. Oh, it comes like, do you know what I feel like? I feel as if I'm in Willy Wonka's chocolate factory, and I found a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket. I've got a golden ticket to Dubai. Yeah, I love. See, I don't like tea. I'm a coffee person. Oh, see, I've just ripped this to hell. Look at look at that. Smell it first. Let me smell. It smells very, very good. But we'll do a snap. Ooh. And there is the insides. Right, let me get a square here. There it is. Let me do it. I wasn't expecting it to be crunchy, which is good. It gives an extra, I don't know, it gives something extra. I'll give it marks out of 10. I think it's absolutely delicious. And I'm going to give it a solid 10. There you go. I can kind of taste pistachio. Not too much pistachio though. It's not really eating it and go, as pistachio. It's more looking after them. I'll take another bit, right? I'll take another bit. I'm giving it a solid 10. Guys, I'm giving it a 10 out of 10. That is delicious. I don't know what that, I mean, you can kind of taste the pistachio, but whatever the wee bits are, whatever the green bits are, they're crunchy, which gives the chocolate a whole different feeling. I don't know what that is, but it's really, really good. And as I said, you can get it in Iceland. I would highly recommend it. It's very cheap. It was very, very cheap. Wait a minute, I'll get it up. It was like £1 odds or something. Right, hold on, you see. I mean, I just got it delivered there, but that is delish. I wasn't expecting it to be so nice. I thought it was maybe just hype, like people, people going to a hype thing. I thought it might have been just that, but right, where's my orders? I'm having a salad, by the way, for my dinner. I'll cancel out the chocolate. Right, let's see. View order. £2. It was £2. Dubai style chocolate, milk chocolate with pistachio and caddiaf. That must be the caddiaf in it, is the thing that makes the chocolate. That is the crunchy that's in it. £2. Dita's good morning, afternoon, good afternoon. Victoria, good afternoon. It does taste a bit like pistachio, right? But it's no overwhelming pistachio. It's not like the first bite you're like, pistachio. No, the first bite is just like, that's delicious chocolate. And then the crunch happens, which is a great wee mystery there. That was a great wee surprise there. A wee nugget of gold was the crunch. That sold the chocolate for me. And if I ever have another Iceland delivery, I'm getting more because it is delicious. But I have ripped the packet up to shreds. Original taste. I don't know what the fake taste is, but the original taste is banging. It's a banging chocolate bar. Neil Lino. There you go, Neil Lino. Beautiful. As I said, I thought it would be all hype. I've waited all day in this chocolate. Oh, definitely. With my Iceland deliveries going to go live. So after my salad tonight, you know what I'm getting tore into? The rest of the chocolate bar. Well, I've got to be a waste. Otherwise, let me just fill my glass up with my Frappuccino. Bailey, my gorgeous Bailey, I hope you're doing good. I'm just trying to stay out of hospital at the moment. That's what I'm trying to do. I'm trying to stay away from the hospitals. I've not had my results in my CT scan. You never know if that's good news or not. Tazo, hello, hello, good afternoon. But aye, that was a surprise. I'm going to try, Bailey. I'm going to try my hardest to... Jenny, good afternoon. Stay at the blooming hospital. Can't guarantee it though because I'm feeling a bit... So... But my hair, I'm not happy with it, guys. So I'm thinking I'm going to have to put it back to pink. I'm thinking I need to do it because it's just no me, isn't it? No, I don't think it's me. I don't feel like me with the blue hair. It was fun, sure, for a week or two. But now the fun has wore off. And I miss my pink. Bailey, I quite like that feeling, to be honest. I'm like, oh, you know, tingling in places and stuff like that. And I'm like, oh, things still work. Things are still working down there. If you don't know, see if you get a CT. Sometimes they use a contrast and sometimes they don't. Majority of times they use the contrast because it lights everything up in your body. It's like, you can taste metal in your mouth, right? When they give you, and then you go through the machine and hold your breath, breathe, all that happens to you. But see, once they give you the injection, a wee hot feeling happens downstairs. And I'm all right with that, to tell you the truth. I'm quite happy with that. That, you know, that's the silver lining on the CT scan. it's a wee hot feeling. And they always say, do you have a funny feel? Oh, aye, I've got it. They say, can you taste metal? I'm going, oh, I can taste metal, all right. Aye. And it's good, it gives you a wee boost in the hospitals. That's what you need. See, when you're in the hospital, you need something like that, and that's the silver lining on the CT scans. They don't have it. Well, I don't know if they have it in the MRIs. I don't think so. Oh, aye, they did, because I remember holding the wire while I was like a big fat sausage squashed into a toilet roll middle. Anyway. Isn't it crazy? Do you know, see if I put pink on it now, it would turn purple. I'll need to take the blue out. I'll need to take the blue out first. What the hell's that? Cumbernauld Gardening Services. Do you know the fence is still not up? The fence is still not up. It's down. The fence. Still. And the kitchen roof isn't. They've still not been out with that either. I'm just trying. I'm trying to take it easy and be cool. Jenny, I always have a game with myself. See, when they're putting me to sleep and they say count to 10, and I'm like, I'm going to get to 10. Watch this. I'm different for the other human body that you've ever put this stuff in. I'm going to get to 10, and they're going, no, you won't. I'm going, I will. Just watch this. And I try and do it fast. 1, 2, 3, 4, and then I get to about 4, and then I'm waking up with them pulling the tube out my throat. Hardly not. They're still not out. I gave them a very stern phone call from the hospital about the roof. Oh God, there I've snapped a nail. See, my nails just don't last. I need to file that. Anyway, I've given them a very stern talk from the hospital about the kitchen ceiling. And they keep saying, oh, you'll be on top, right there at the top of the list. Top of the list. Still not been it. But do you know the great thing? Wait, I need to show you this. Right? Be prepared, look. See my driveway? Do you see a fridge? No. Guess what? The fridge got taken away yesterday. Woohoo! Flags out. Flags were out as I seen them taking it away. I stuck my middle finger up at the fridge before it went, actually, because I was just sick of it that much. I flipped the burp. Yeah. The fridge got the burp before it went away yesterday because it had been doing my nutting. Get off my property. I felt like shouting that out the window as it went away, but It was a sight to see. I even shouted Peter, and Peter, come in quick. Quick, come in and see, look what's happening outside the front. We were all at the window watching it as it left the street. It was good. Aye, that's what I was, middle finger was up at it. Because it's been there since January. And now the driveway looks so much better. So much better. People were taking selfies next to the fridge. I don't know why. I don't know if they were just taking the piss by saying, look, it's still here, and taking pictures of themselves with the fridge. Or if it was some kind of famous fridge, or maybe they knew me for Facebook or what, YouTube. I don't know. Folk were standing getting selfies at the fridge. The fridge was becoming like a landmark. I had to go. I was fed up it. And folk were coming up, and the doors hadn't been stopped. Folk were just coming up and opening it and stuff like that, as if there's going to be treasure in the fridge. I was at fear that they would put something bad in it, like a bird or something like that. I don't know. That's my crazy mind, but I was worried about that kind of thing, because like the youths, some of the youths round about here is questionable. There's a lot of good youths, but some of them are like the wee Neds. Go watch the Neds. Do you know what I mean, Sophie? We were talking about the other day, which was funny. We were talking about if we were to make a monopoly board for our area, right? Our area. And let's make it monopoly-wise. What would we call streets in it? And I said, well, we could have Horseshit Lane. That would be a good street, wouldn't it? And then I can't mind what Sophie said. And I said, what about Junkie Boulevard? We could have that as a name. And we could have, like, we were rhyming off all these names, terrible places that this would be called, our area would be called. And I was like, we totally should have a monopoly board with our names. I want to visit a Horseshit Lane, that's where I want to go. My street, I wouldn't class my street as Horseshit Lane. My street's a good wee street, so I think we'll leave my street alone, but a lot of the other streets, we should rename them. That's what we should do. See, if I become Queen of the World, I'm going to rename a lot of streets. I'm going to keep Cockbridge. That's a great name. I'll not be taking Cockbridge away, because I think that's a good name for to be in Scotland. If you didn't know, there is an actual place called Cockbridge. And there's a lot of places in Scotland that's got bum in it as well. But that's people in the pub, isn't it? Look, we're going to name something. We're going to name something. And do you know who's done all that? The same people that have decided that Scotland's animal will be a unicorn. You know, we've got England that's got lions and all that, and we've got Wales that's got dragons and things like that. And there's two Scottish guys in a pub going, what animal should we have for Scotland? Should we have a deer? Nah. There's lots of stags about. Should we name it? Nah. Salmon? Nah. What about a unicorn? Nah. That's what we'll do. A sparkling unicorn, and that is our animal. Look it up, it's true. Even on the British passports, there we are. The unicorn. England's a big lion and all that, and we're like just a magical unicorn prancing about the passport. Oh, I don't think they hate you. I don't think they hate you. Don't think like that. Don't think like that. Oh, I'd love to go to Disneyland. I'd love to go to Disneyland. Do you know what seemed? I was in the hospital, Bailey. There, and there was Bailey, did you know that a guy, I nearly had a boyfriend in the hospital. I nearly got picked up in the hospital. And that was me sitting with an oxygen mask on, and I still had the power. Still had it. Well, there was these two guys, and they were like detoxing off alcohol and other kind of drugs and stuff like that. And one of them, the absolute stunner that wanted to date me, he was just out of prison. So we were getting all the prison talk, and we were getting about like sugar water and how to fight in jail and all that, how to smuggle stuff in. All this kind of stuff that you need to know when you're ill in hospital. Anyway, while all this was going on, I had a Disneyland colouring book, so I was colouring like hell like that. Call it. Try not to. Don't make eye contact, Linda. Don't make. Don't make eye contact. You can't hear anything because of the sound of the oxygen and all that. And then he said to me, uh, see, before you go, I'll need to get your number because we should totally hook up when we get out of here. And he'd a big scar down his face there, and he'd a scar all down his body, and you could tell it wasn't a surgical scar, you know what I mean? He's been... so I had to say to him, I had to listen, politely I had to turn him down and just say, look, I'm just happy, no drama and all that, you know, I'm just staying myself with my wee dog, that's all. But and then, see, on the way out, you know what he said to me? He was getting moved to a different ward, and he was going out, he said to me, love you, right? And I just went, see you later, mate, cheers, no, all the best, I says to him. And then he said, I'll come down and visit you, right? I'm thinking, jeez, oh God. And I'm hooked up to oxygen, I can't even move anywhere, do you know what I mean? I'm stuck. I've got to use a commode. I can't even make it to the toilet, I've got a commode. I've got to do it in because they can't even touch me for the bloody wall. Anyway. They did move me, thank God they moved me to a different ward, and I never seen him again, but I've still got the fear in daily life, like bumping into the guy. Oh, here, mate, we were in hospital. I'll just pretend that, no, I can't remember a thing. I don't know what we'll do. So there you go, an absolute stunner, Bailey. Do you know what I did say to my girls? I says, I think that I could maybe do a bit better than that, you know, a wee bit better than that. A bit better. It was, do you know what he was in for? He said his liver was shredded because he had been on a 5-week bender. Stunner. But there you go, a pool, and I was hooked up to everything. Fair enough, the guy wasn't, you know, the best, but still got the power there. See, if I was desperate for a bit of D, I would have had it. I could have said to him, I'll unhook myself for this oxygen tank. Me and you in the toilet, pal. In we go. Shredded liver or no, I've got my lungs are bad. We'll just go and do what we can possibly do. I did see the fireman though when I was there, and although I was really breathless, I'd have still tried with the fireman. I would have. Oh, I know that. I mean, I've had people in my family that are addicts. It wasn't that. It was just the whole chatting me up thing that I couldn't get out. Aye, but we've had addicts in our family and stuff like that. And it's a disease. We know it's a disease. I mean, I've had a lot of people in my family that have been like the booze or the drugs. Oh, for goodness sake, there's the name the car person. The reason I didn't do him was nothing to do with what he was in for. It was just, you know. There you are. Obviously, even with the oxygen, like Darth Vader with the oxygen mask on, I was getting out. But the guy that was next to him, see, it was a mixed ward. I don't like that. I don't like the mixed ward. The guy that was next to him, he asked me for a lending a £10 note. And I says to him, I've not got any money, right? And then he said, see these people that think that you're no, what was it? You're no square with them or something like that. And you wouldn't square them up when you got money or something. I went, look, I says, I've not got any money. So he buzzed for a nurse, and a nurse came in, and he said to the nurse, have you got a lane of a tenner? And she went, oh no, we don't do that. It was my typical ward. So there you are, that's a story about me almost hooking up with an absolute stunner. What's happening in the chat? Yeah, we don't know what you're saying. Jesus, you need to type in English. Oh, Taglera, I hope I'm pronouncing your name right. Just keep doing you, and I'm sure they'll be okay with you. Families are funny at times, you know. We've all got there before. A drama in the family. Sometimes I've said to my kids, our family's like an episode of like EastEnders or something. EastEnders is a soap opera show that we've got here in the UK. And some of our stories are like they wouldn't even be able to put that on EastEnders. Is that crazy? They wouldn't even be able to do that. The craziness that happens in our family. Yeah, I know. So anyway, guys, I'm having a salad. That's going to cancel out the chocolate bar that I'm going to eat tonight. But I'll tell you, God, even smell it. It smells amazing. I don't know what that is there. Caddy, yeah, Cadaf, that. I can't pronounce the bloody thing, that there. It's crunchy. That was a wee surprise for me, and my mouth had a party. There was a party. Are they stopping EastEnders? Oh my God, EastEnders has been on quite a while. Not as long as Corrie. I don't watch the soap operas, I watch the football. Or true crime. That's what they were. I can't be bothered watching other people's like soap operas happening. I've got enough. I've got enough going on in my own family that I'm like, I can't be annoyed with drama. Just give me some football. Give me some flavour and some football, and that's it. But do you know what? I think I'm going to do my hair tonight because I really don't like it. I can't stand looking at myself where so, and it's bringing me down. I think it's making me feel blue. That's what it's making me feel. See, I watched EastEnders when it first came out years ago, when it was like Den and Angie and all that. It was really good storylines, you know. Some of the storylines, I mean, I'd be crying at EastEnders. Some of them were like hard hitting episodes at EastEnders and stuff like that. But I don't want that. I don't want to be depressed. I want something happy. Saying that, I watch true crime. There's not really much happiness in true crime. No, really. I watch that, but I'm right into that. Can I find a nail file when I'm looking for one? No, but I've got a million nail files. Do you like Corrie and Emmerdale? There used to be one. What was the other one that used to be on years and years? Crossroads. That was on years ago. But do you know the best one? Dallas. Remember Dallas for people my age? With J.R. Ewing and Sue Ellen and all that. Oh my God. Michelle, hello, hello. Tag Lara, just go and get do your own thing and just don't think about things like that. Dallas was amazing because that was rich. Do you know what that's a bit like? See the housewives at Orange County and the house. Is it the new house? It's not new housewives, isn't it? Oh, the housewives are New York and all that. They ones, that's what it was like Dallas. Because they had cash. They had a lot of cash, so they did. And they were on a ranch, and it was all like beautiful jewellery and beautiful dresses and all that. Oh, aye, that was great. And J.R. Ewing was an a-hole, an absolute a-hole, and was horrible. I think he was getting his leg over quite a few folk, wasn't he, back in the day? But that was a great soap opera. And then there was Dynasty. That was Joan Collins was in that. That was great. Oh, they had a scrap. Joan Collins and the other woman had a scrap. I remember that. That was shocking back in the day. And the Golden Girls, my favourite. Their decor, that's where I got, I try and... they had like wicker furniture and all that, and I just loved it, and that's why I've got so much, because I just loved the Golden Girls house. I wanted to have Blanche's bedroom. Blanche was my favourite. No surprise there. Me and Blanche would have got on swell. Anyway, guys, I shall be back tomorrow. Tomorrow is Friday, and I shall see you then. And if you do get the chocolate, let me know if you like it. And I'm going to give you a big kissy now. Bye, everyone.